The second week of air strikes against Afghanistan, and we are still nowhere near a clear picture. Are we looking for a post-Taliban scenario, and if so, when? The focus is on the Northern Alliance, which is not very far from Kabul and not far from Mazar-e-Sharif either. General Dostum is center stage. Should he consolidate himself? Who knows? Ground troops, American ground troops from Uzbekistan may be brought into play. Let's take a look.
The Amu Darya runs along the borders of Uzbekistan and Afghanistan. Most of the 130-kilometer long Uzbek border with Afghanistan is marked by this natural boundary. Security on the Hayraton bridge spanning the river is tight. Uzbek troops are on high alert, making sure there are no cross-border incursions from Afghanistan. It was from here that the Russian troops had entered Afghanistan in 1979. Today, fighting is on once again, barely 84 kilometers from this border. In dusty mud brick compounds, thousands of troops of the Northern Alliance are ready for action. General Dostum's mostly Uzbek militia is now trying to retake the vital town of Mazar-e-Sharif.
مورال مجاهدین در شمال بالعموم در صفات شمال و در جبهه متحد خوب است و همگی آمدگی یک تعرض بالای قرارگاه عمده یعنی مزار شریف، مرکز مزار شریف و سمنگان و در ولایت فاریاب دارد. در نزدیکترین وقت دستاوردهای شما شاهد بودین که دستاوردهای خیلی خوبی نصیب جبهه متحد خواهد شد از نگاه نظامی.
The Northern Alliance is preparing for a knockout blow concentrated in the north. The control of Mazar-e-Sharif will be an important psychological victory for General Dostum to ultimately defeat the Taliban. If Dostum succeeds, it will open the road to Uzbekistan, where American and British troops are currently deployed. Mazar-e-Sharif will also serve as an important military headquarters to carry out attacks against Taliban forces in the central provinces of Bamiyan and Samangan. But most importantly, the alliance can then receive much needed humanitarian and military assistance via Uzbekistan, a land route that is now closed.
Our forces, they need a lot of things to move and to capture a big city. They need, for big operation, they need military help and also logistic help and also that's to, because the winter is in the front, we should be supply everything for the long fighting.
Mohammad Hasham Saad also believes that the Taliban's control of the north will not last much longer.
My idea is that the time has arrived soon. The Taliban will be first they leave the northern part, then Kabul and some other cities. And this Taliban or this militias come from Pakistan. This Taliban has come from Pakistan. These Arab, they must go back to Pakistan. There's no choice. Otherwise, all of them will die in Afghanistan.
In fact, the Northern Alliance claimed that over the past few weeks, the Taliban have been greatly weakened by desertions. A severe blow in the north might prompt provincial leaders to defect, paving the way for top Taliban leaders to be deposed without fighting.
و دیروز ساعت 3 بعد از ظهر در حدود 4000 نفر مسلح و سرکردگی قاضی حیید و توپان کماندان در حدود جمله 100 کماندان در بر میگیره و 30 ولسوالی کوهستانات سرپل، ولسوالی سیاد، از این جمله ولسوالی سوزمقله با جبهه متحد پیوست. دیشب به نام عبدالله یک کماندان 50 نفری در خطی سفید کوتل چپچل بود و نیروهای ما پیوست.
Mazar-e-Sharif's airbase, which the US bombed last week, could now become a staging post for US ground forces. The US already has access to an Uzbek military base near Termiz in South Uzbekistan. But military considerations apart, it is the condition of civilians in the north that needs immediate attention. As the US military strikes continue well into the second week, and with winter setting in, refugees like these in the Panjshir Valley will need help very soon.
Considering a military part of operation, people feel that it should be as short as possible, as minimized as possible, and after that military part of operation should come immediately on a spot. Another part of the operation which is economical, which is social, which is industrial, which is technical. And that kind of operation would be much more important and much more difficult, I think, for United States and for all of us.
The mountainous and difficult terrain of Afghanistan makes pinpointing bin Laden from the air a very difficult task. As the US operation enters its third week, and with the first snows beginning to fall, a major shift in strategy is now underway. With US backing, the Northern Alliance can soon control all of northern Afghanistan. Then relief can begin to flow to refugees. And finally, the US can begin its hunt for Osama bin Laden from the ground.